Hey everyone, I just walked out of Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another, and let me tell you, I was astounded. See, this is why I love art, when it filters our very messy reality through a single visionary's lens. And in Paul Thomas Anderson's case, this was a wide angle lens that sees everything. It was resistance, it was revolution, and, you know, that wild blend that we call American culture. It had all our heroes in it, Benicio del Toro, Leo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Big Daddy Sean Penn, and a really good breakout performance from Chase Infinity. So the Paul Thomas Anderson is one of my favorites. Boogie Nights is definitely my number one film of choice. And in that film, he had a matriarchal dynamic, I thought. It was really about, it was a sex industry, which is arguably the feminine power as a force, as opposed to brute force. It's a masculine. So yeah, Boogie Nights, it was a sexual revolution, it was porn industry, it was Hollywood in the 70s, which really took me back to my childhood, to my model mother, and the dynamisms that women were undergoing entering the workforce and having to be forced to make a living and raise children. You know, that was still quite a crux, and I thought Anderson dealt with that so beautifully. We see this again in the patriarchal side with One Battle After Another, where you have this dark, light force of, masculine side, the father figures, one in blood and the other in duty. This was an a priori effort on Anderson, and this is why I love being an artist. Oftentimes, from these lenses, we can see what's coming and package it and give it to people in a way that they can understand. So, yeah, I really loved, especially now with the big fathering epidemic and the masculine epidemic, when we're having these like poor lonely men. The father figure, the caring, loving father, was that wholesome masculine father that I think that we all want in our hearts. So, and in our culture as well. And that we're seeing more of as films like this bear witness to the power of positive masculinity and how, you know, that protector spirit and guiding light is increasingly needful in this. So I was really thrilled with optimism by this. It was a macho film. I didn't want to see it actually until I saw it was Paul Thomas Anderson. I'm so glad I did. He used women as exclamation points. With these contrasting masculine energies, you know, the women were as flawed as the men, but the characterizations were really resounding, very modern, and very optimistic for what we're facing now as a nation, no matter where you are on the ticket, you know, in the ballot box, which is happening today. So today is voting day across the states, and I really came in to this voting day as nervous and as anxious as anyone else, and this film gave me fire. This film gave me passion. One Battle After Another shook me awake. It reminded me that standing in power, whether it's political or personal or artistic, it's the heartbeat of democracy. And long may democracy rule. So I'm Friday Jones, and I'll see you at the next battle. Go vote.